You know, the great prophet Elijah, one of his greatest moments of fear and just being completely downcast happened after he had one of his greatest victories. In 1 Kings chapter 18, he comes up against the prophets of Baal and he shows God victorious as he challenges them to an altar duel. He tells them, let's build up these altars and see whose God is God. And he says, if God be God, then follow him. But if Baal be God, follow him. And so they go up into this mountain and they're building these fires. And he tells them, he's actually mocking them. It's actually quite funny. He asks as if Baal is relieving himself or if he's away on a trip because they're begging him to put fire on the altar and it's not happening. It's not happening. So then Elijah tells them, come over here. And he starts building an altar unto the Lord, the true God, the one true God. And he throws so much water on this altar just to make extra emphasis to prove that God's the one who did it. And it wasn't just anything that a man could do. Right? And so then he defeats them, right? Well, God defeats them because then fire comes down on the altar and it evaporates all the water. I mean, it proves greatly that God is God. And the Israelites very quickly turn to be on Elijah's side. And King Ahab is rushing back home to tell his wife Jezebel about what had just happened. And God gives Elijah supernatural strength to run and beat Ahab's chariots. And it's after that Jezebel decides that she's going to hunt down and unalive Elijah. So he flees into the wilderness. He's absolutely terrified for his life. And he goes and he's hiding in the mountains and he feels so overwhelmed. He feels so downcast that he actually tells God that he's ready to go. He's like, just take me now. But God says to him, what are you doing here, Elijah? And he meets him in his downcastness. He meets him in his depression. And he tells him, first an angel appears to him and tells him, go take a nap and eat some food. Then he wakes up and again, the Lord says to him, take a nap, eat some food, like rest, recharge. Yeah. He's like, you got to rest and recharge. And then God tells him what he needs to do. He gives him a decree. He tells him, go and anoint these two people to be the next kings over Judah and Israel. And these two kings are going to protect you. Anyone who tries to come after you is going to be destroyed by one of these two kings. Nobody will escape them and nobody's going to harm you. And then he has him anoint Elisha as his successor and he becomes his assistant. So we see God comes in, he helps meet the physical needs first, make sure that Elijah's rested, that he's well fed, and then he meets the tangible needs that he needs. He gives him a support system in Elisha, so that way he's no longer fighting this battle alone. And that is just a great example of how even sometimes after our greatest successes, right, there could be a season where we get a little sad. And that's okay. It's okay. As long as we continue to turn to the Lord, just like Elijah did, then everything will work out because God will come and he will meet the needs that we have. And that's one of my favorite stories. I love you. And I love you.